Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Adam Kay from Cotton Australia, and it's my great pleasure to thank our speakers, His Excellency the Director General of the FAO, Dr. Diouf, and the Honourable Tony Burke, our Federal Agriculture Minister. As Minister Burke has mentioned, it is quite poignant that we're here today just around the corner from Sydney Cove, where those first sheep and those first cotton seeds arrived 221 years ago. It's a long time, but these two industries that have just become an intrinsic part of shaping Australia's agricultural history, and it's with a lot of pride that the two industries stand here side by side today as we celebrate all that's good about natural fibres. In particular, I'd like to just focus for a second on what separates us from the man-made fibres and why we're still going strong, thousands of years after these fibres were, I guess, used for humankind. And I'd like to quickly mention two things about our industries: the sustainability and the socio-economic importance of the two industries. If we first look at the sustainability side of things, the Australian cotton and wool industries are both in tune with the natural environment. Not only are we natural fibres ourselves, but we're free from a reliance on petrochemicals, and we're also industries dedicated to environmental sustainability. I know from my own experience in cotton, it's an industry where we've reduced our pesticide use by over 85% in the last decade. A truly phenomenal effort that we're very proud of, and that reduction is based on world-class research. In fact, our industry, as the wool industry has a real research culture, and in our case the R&D is driven by the Cotton Research and Development Corporation, a tremendous partnership between our growers and government, and that's really delivered sustainability and productivity increases to our industry. And the other aspect of the industry where this is really evident is our water use. The fact that Australian cotton industry is the most water efficient cotton industry in the world, and that we produce 3 times the global average. We're the highest yielders in the world. We're very proud of that. And again, this is all underpinned by research. Secondly, our wool and cotton industries are also extremely important to the socio-economic fabric of our regions, and in particular the rural and regional communities, more so now than ever. And in a good year, the Australian cotton industry produces about $1.5 billion worth of export incomes, and I know that the wool industry is the 3rd largest agricultural export, producing about $2.7 billion worth of agricultural export income. Between us, the two industries employ tens of thousands of farmers, on-farm workers, ancillary staff, and indirectly hundreds of thousands more. And that's just in Australia. If you think globally, if you think worldwide, it's enormous numbers of people in these two industries. And really, in Australia, these industries are the lifeblood of many regional communities. And it's something that the two industries can be justifiably proud of. So finally, I would like to again thank Minister Burke for his kind words, and the launch of the International Year of Natural Fibres, and also His Excellency, Dr. Jacques Diouf, for his words about natural fibres today. And Your Excellency, we trust your stay in Australia is a memorable and enjoyable one, and we'll look forward to talking to you more at the conclusion of this function. I'd also like to particularly thank the wool industry, and particularly our colleagues at Australian Wool Innovation, for joining with us to celebrate our two magnificent fibres. And we look forward to working with AWI again in the future. And lastly, could I thank you all for attending the launch of the United Nations International Year of Natural Fibres. And I'm going to, in a second, ask you to stay behind and have a cup of tea with us and a bit more of a yarn. But finally, I'd like to invite the Chief Executive Officer of Australian Wool Innovation back to the stage, Brenda McGann, to make a presentation to His Excellency the Director General.
It wouldn't be a day if we didn't send you away with some gifts, so we want to give you some natural fibre to take with you. Thank you very much for your kind words. Natural, sustainable, fashionable. I'm going to write that down. That's my next speech. Thank you.